Nation here at IMC Eden House, the main base where I live at the core of IMC Nation here in Las Vegas. Okay, nice. Lots of action happening here, lots of movement. I've been reporting on it in these live streams. And as we go through our evolution with AZD and the daily classes and going in field, so much of this is in field and so much of it is the lectures. Like you got to be part of the mindset that he's giving, and you got to see the proof of his life and the relationships, the quality of women, quantity of the women, and the duration of these quality relationships with quality women to look at it twice and be like, okay, what's he teaching? What's he talking about here? You're following all these clips, and we got new clips coming out for you guys. But like, where is he coming from? And why is it so important? You have to see his life. That's why I link his personal Instagram and stories and in the bio, like go to his personal Instagram or his personal TikTok. These videos don't get posted, but you know, you can still go to his personal TikTok there and see the validation of the life and the lifestyle. It's just a regular guy who taught game for many, many years. And now he's teaching way beyond game. It's just like it's lifestyle. It's essentially lifestyle. And you have to see a man that has so many relationships with beautiful women and be like, well, I want that. I'm here. I got news for you guys. You and every guy on earth has the fantasy of being with multiple women. Now, you may be more perverted and be like, oh, there's orgies and drugs and oh man. But whatever it is, it's probably beautiful women. And you probably just see yourself having relationships, just not just with one woman, like multiple women. That's possible. That's called game. Whoever you are, it's possible. I think even for like a paraplegic, if he could train his words, like I think it's possible. But definitely if you're just a regular person, whatever you do in life, by grooming yourself right, handling yourself right, your daily process, your daily discipline, and practicing so that you can replace the bricks in the wall. You have walls, it's your ego, and you got to replace your ego with better ego. You got to upgrade it. And a better ego is one that can shapeshift, one that can be transparent, one that can be solid when it needs to be. You have standards, but you don't get butthurt about shit. You're not all emotional. And you can change and adapt as you need to. Like being a realized man is not you stop changing. It's realizing that you never can stop changing. You have to always be changing and adapting to thrive better and better. It's just what it is. But you're not seeking the fulfillment ahead of you. You're fulfilled, becoming more and more fulfilled as you adapt and create moment to moment. And that's difficult when you're worried about the weight of the world and all kinds of shit that don't have to do with your core being, which is where you're creating from. A core being that you emanate from and how you see yourself, who you are to the world, who you are to your people. Do you have people? There needs to be evidence of the mindset. And for me, I just integrated myself at the core of IMC Nation, made myself as invaluable as possible by helping myself through the teachings and then talking with as many people about it as possible to the point where I help organize bases, guys move across the country, live with each other, and learn from this guy AZD that I discovered for myself about 10 or 11 years ago and got heavy into it about 9 or 10 years ago, then got super heavy into it about 5 or 6 years ago, and then fast forward to now I feel like a 5 or 6 year old seeing the game, man. And that's the theme of this video, or what I titled it anyway, was being comfortable with women. Man, whatever upbringing, however you came from, wherever you originate with your experience with women, with relationships, what was modeled for you, your parents, or if they weren't around, were around, how that was, like whatever was the imprint on you of how men and women relate. It's a journey to transform that, but that's what needs to transform for the outcome to change. And if you want beautiful women and you want fulfilling relationships, which at the end of the day, all your success, all the money you're going for, all the fame, all the clout, all the success and whatever you're going for, at the end of it, you want a woman there or women, really, is the fantasy of all men. If you could, you would. If parents didn't have a problem with it, church didn't have a problem with it, or you didn't have a problem with them having a problem with it, if other women didn't have a problem with it, if your girlfriends didn't have a problem with it, wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I think you would. If nobody had a problem with it, what would be your problem with it? You think God has a problem with it? He made you that way so that you could restrain yourself? I think you probably, if you're watching this account, you agree that he doesn't have a problem with it. Only humans have problems with it. And they are interested in keeping you weak and one man, one woman, which keeps a man weak. That won't end with you strong as a character, as a man. That's AZD demonstrating it. And we see it as we upgrade with what he teaches us, and then we go in field and we interact with some of the most beautiful women in the world in the clubs of Las Vegas consistently. And the game is built on reputation, and reputation is built on consistent character. And character is it's both in your control and out of your control. You can't control how other people see you, but you can control what you portray that they perceive. And by being in that dialogue with the world, people, dogs, trees, everybody, girlfriends, parents, you're in dialogue even if you're not verbal. Like you're constantly, if you're out of the house, you're in communication. And by accepting that feedback, considering it, who it comes from, where it comes from, adjusting so that the evidence of your character is evident. It's the proof of your character is self-evident in the lifestyle you built. What you're living in right now with your social dynamics, who you have relationships with, what women you're talking to or not talking to, if you have no women you're talking to, how good the relationship is going with parent, everybody around you, employer, coworkers, neighbor down the street. That you're living in what you've caused. You learned it from somewhere, but then at some point you turn 18, and that's what we mutually agree. Okay, that's 16 to 25, somewhere in there you're an adult. You're probably an adult watching this. And so you're living in your social dynamics. It's not gonna, nothing outside of you is gonna change that. You get a better job, it's not gonna change that. You'll have different people, but the quality of relationships will be the same because it's coming from you. You're the end of it. You change you and it'll change your social dynamics. And how do you change you? You're changing already, but you're changing to fit society. You think you're not. You might think you're resisting or you think you're educating yourself, self-educating yourself on YouTube or whatever. So is everybody else, bro. That's the society. Your competitor as a guy who's going for the same hot chick that you're going for, whether she's at the coffee shop or your classmate or the job you work at, or you're going to the club or the bar or wherever you meet her, the park, someone else is going for her. Probably many guys are going for her. Many guys have her on his radar because you know how guys are, because I know how guys are. That's why I know guys want multiple women. Refute this. Somebody. So everybody's character is changing to continually fit with the society. And the society is run by women, ruled by overlords, with a few alpha men scattered that are the authority in their domain, but not the overall domain. The overall domain is ruled by maybe I wouldn't consider them alphas, maybe very rich men, maybe aliens, who knows? But there's definitely some invisible overlords of culture, media, whatever. We get that. And then within the society, there's some scattered alphas who are sovereigns over their domains, whatever that is. And then the overall society is ruled by women. Women make the decisions and men, they may make decisions, but they're accommodating women. That's what I mean. Women don't rule directly, they rule indirectly through men because women have no power like that. At the end of the day, even Cleopatra needed an army of men. She didn't have an army of women. She ruled through the power of men. But then there's only like a handful of examples of female like leaders like that, and they all fuck up terribly, as do most men leaders, but not all men leaders. There's just never been a woman leader that didn't fuck up. So it's 100 out of 100 fail, and then out of men it's like 98 out of 100 because there's good and evil, and those men were taken over by women. You could see in all the men who failed, they failed because of their relationship with women. It's the downfall of men. That's how important what AZD's teaching is because it's made for the celebrity. It's made for the man who's going against the number one fighter in the world and doesn't give any openings and doesn't give any leverage, but still wins in the end. That's the seduction of a hard to get woman. She's used to interacting with men, and men are trying to take advantage of her and get at her with as minimal effort as possible, but still trying to throw everything at her together. And she's been fooled enough times. She dismisses low value, she challenges mid value, and then she still challenges high value and breaks them ultimately because even the high value men are still looking up to women. They still worship pussy. Maybe she's fortunate to meet a true alpha, and they're so rare, and the only one I've ever seen that actually can teach anybody anything about what they're doing is AZD, including all the dating coaches that you can find. And I, again, open it up to any challengers. Anybody who wants to say anything, name somebody, because you're learning bad habits from everybody except AZD. There's skills here and there, but if you don't have AZD mindset, you're going to take those skills that other guys teach and sound bites and clever jokes and whatever their date ideas are. They're like, there's clever ideas, there's intelligence all around. So dating coaches have figured out something, but their frame of mind is coming from beta. And so if you take what they're teaching as some kind of a principle or a really stable datum, it's not. They just figured out a little clever shortcut on the Mario Kart race, but they don't know how to race the Mario Kart. They learned you can do like this skid or something, but their game is whack and they're still emotional. And so you follow them and you'll be led into the same outcome. You need to know AZD mindset and then learn whatever skills come from other whatever other coaches or whatever. So again, name somebody that you know you coach with, whatever. I'm only going to stream for another 10 minutes or so. So if you guys want to dialogue about game, just request to go live on the, you know, whatever. Is there anybody on the Zoom right now? Let's see. No. Okay. So I titled this thing Comfortable with Women because it's a real evolution that you go through wherever your starting point is to get comfortable around a woman and then make her beautiful. It's a whole, and then levels of beauty, right? And it's a whole thing. You can be comfortable around 10 girls who are all sixes, and you get around 110.0 and you're tense. So it's a real thing, the value of the beauty of women, the number of women, and the attitude and personality of the women. What are they super liberal? Are they super conservative? Are they Amish? Are they LGBTQ? Like, you know, your comfort around people at large, which is going to have to do with, we're going to have to go to extremes. Your comfort around rich guys, your comfort around dangerous guys, your comfort around crazy guys. And you could say all that for women too, but I mean, are you really uncomfortable around a rich woman? Are you uncomfortable around a dangerous woman? Let's say fight. She's a fighter. Let's talk another danger. A dangerously beautiful woman, the girl that walks down the street and causes car accidents. That's dangerous. She's dangerously beautiful. Are you comfortable around children? Like comfortable. Would the parents be comfortable with how you are around their children? Would the parents be comfortable with how you are around the grandma or the great grandma? Comfortable. Now go back to dangerous man. Would a dangerous man, would you be comfortable around him? A gangster, a UFC fighter, uh, just a rebel, a bad boy, a goth, a punk with huge spiked mohawk, a cowboy, a redneck, but like top level, like buff, tattooed, in all of those different archetypes. How comfortable you are around them. If you can't be comfortable around them, then the hot girls you're probably not going to be comfortable around. If you can be comfortable around all those dangerous kind of guys, then let's talk about comfortable around the hot girl. It's not the same thing as game. You still need to know how to dialogue and how to lead her and how to read attraction and know her body language or whatever. But if you're not comfortable, then you have some ideas that are making you uncomfortable because the actual situation, a woman is nothing to be uncomfortable around unless she's like gonna scream rape out of nowhere, and then that's kind of uncomfortable. Yeah. But if chances are that's not happening, so there's no reason to be uncomfortable on a date or at a bar or at a club or anything around a woman unless there's some real threat to you. So why wouldn't you be comfortable? And you wouldn't be. You wouldn't be. We see it all the time. We see some of the top students around the world fly here and train with AZD, and we go to clubs and we go to interact with the hottest chicks, and they're stiff. And they wouldn't know they're stiff if they weren't around guys that are much more comfortable. AZD is the apex of comfort around hot chicks. It's mind blowing, bro. Bros, whoever's on, it's like his familiarity of hanging out with hot chicks is so many hours clocked over years and years and years and years and years and years with multiple relationships and going out. And he has a way of starting with nothing in the club. And then by the end, there's just so many women that are really comfortable with him. It's not that they're loud, it's not that they're drunk, they're just really comfortable. And then what he can do with that, because he has game, he knows how to talk, he can read the situation to such a high degree, it's like hard to really describe. He's very experienced with women. So he's very comfortable. He has the respect of dangerous, rich, powerful, and affluent men, of any mix and match of all those adjectives. And he's very comfortable around beautiful women. And in that comfort, he knows how to talk. And it builds on itself. It's such a beautiful snowball effect. Every time we go out, the social dynamics are unreal. You'll see what character does. Because, like I said, we start out a lot of times with nothing. Bouncers are hostile, girls aren't talking to us. And most of the girls I talk to is an overspill of girls that want to talk to him. I definitely, through his system, have learned to identify girls that are clearly attracted to me. And I don't mean just want to have sex with me. That's not what it is. It's attracted to me. They see AZD. He's tattooed. Lots of girls are pre-selecting him. He clearly has money. Like, he's not broke. I mean, he's not like, there's wealthier guys in the club, but like, he's not broke. I'm clearly not broke, even if I am. I'm not holding, and I have a look, and I'm more for her than he is. He could make her attracted to him. That's game. But she's naturally attracted to me. And I've learned to tap into the nature in the matrix of male female dynamics because we go out so frequently. And it's really on another level. Guys don't realize how far behind they are until they come in person. And most guys don't come in person. Most guys don't come in person until they've been training online for a while. Because it's hard to believe guys who only watch Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever, it's hard to believe that he's really as good as I say. And because I probably don't adequately describe how good he is. It's really, really good, man. It's so good. I've been at it for years, and I was already a PhD, and I was already a nationally ranked state champion, all-American wrestler. I was already really good at yoga, had built a business against all odds, national, going international. And it's not easy. And I was only beginner at those things. And AZD is really, really good, guys. He's so good, and you just have to see it because it's within possibilities for you. You can do it. Can you relax? Yes. Can you be comfortable? Yes. Can you not act as if there's any threat? Act as if there's no threat from a man or a woman. Because chances are, even if they're dangerous, even if they're dangerously beautiful, there is no real threat. And the more comfortable you are, the even less likely there's a threat. Your tenseness creates threat in other people, like a tense dog creates an attack from another dog. A tense human creates attacks from humans. There's an animal here in a spirit. And if you're unconscious of your behavior, your tenseness is creating conflict. Victim mentality is attracting itself because you carry that mindset. That's why you need to educate your mindset and overcome that. And I don't know anybody that can help you like AZD. Handful of mindset coaches like Tony Robbins who are really great and they'll help you overcome some shit, but you'll still be lost with women. And you'll have to overcome a lot of those cheesy habits that he gives you, his cheesy frames of mind. He has real tech, but where does it come from? It comes from being whipped by his wife for however long he's been with her, to the point where on public interviews, she still is alpha over him. It's like, bro, you lost your edge if you ever had it. I thought you had it. Maybe I was just projecting on you that you were so great. And that's one of the greatest teachers around. You're just not going to find somebody who's going to break you free of your chains about women. And your problems with money, your problems with health has so much to do with women, bro. And your self-talk and the abuse you've received from women and whatever. We're not here to blame. We're here to overcome and create and be the best. Fuck the rest. That's the AZD quote that he got from his teacher. Right? So you guys should sign up for everything. That's my sales pitch. Get involved, imcbase1.com, imcbase1.com. That's the newsletter. The newsletter has so much free value, it's insane. You'll get an education from just the 66 emails that we send out. Every other day, get an email. It's beautiful. And then there's other trainings on the website. And you see all the descriptions, just packages of digital content from AZD that he's done over the last 5 or 6 years. He's done different trainings, and I've picked the best ones and organized them and described them and told you how long they are, how much they are, and whatever. And you just get them. That's where you start. You buy something, educate yourself. And if it's bad, then be gone, whatever, because it's not. It's world class. I followed a lot of men in my life that were world level, Olympians, gold medalists, greatest academics in the world, greatest musicians, greatest yoga teachers, like the greatest that others would say are the greatest also. So you could debate who's the greatest, but when you have many people saying you're the greatest, then you're great, at least. I followed many great teachers and great men. AZD is the greatest. AZD is the greatest because of the problem he's solving for mankind and the level he's solving it from. He's the best at it, and the problem is the biggest, worstest problem on earth: man's relationship with women. Because the whole planet is being controlled by man's inability to control his relationships with women. The fact that you can't control your relationship or relationships with women, including mom, sister, every woman around you, you suck with. You suck. You're not as, at the very best, you're not as good as you could be. And you know it. And that's like really rare. Most of you, if not all of you, you suck. And that may not help you to train, and that sucks also, because you just got to see it and admit it to yourself, or go live with me. Why do you think the women have gotten worse? Because the men got worse. It's the curse of Adam and Eve. All the way down, passed down generation, 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 generation. Man is following women, and women are lost. Women are following consumerism and mass media. And so men are following women. So the women got worse because the men aren't leading. Like Harris, you're not leading. You need more training, bro. You're taking it not serious enough, and it's gonna leave you behind. You're not gonna catch up fast enough to train with AZD in person soon enough for it not to be 50 grand for you. And not to mention you're delaying your own life. You gotta be a monk to really get it. And that means every day you're training, every day you're studying, every day you're applying, and you got to piece your life together. You got to get your business together in a way that you have some control over your income through your communication. If you can do that, then you can learn AZD Tech and make more money with it. AZD Tech, make more money with it. Connect your business and income in some way to your ability to communicate, and then everything you learn from AZD can make you more money. And that's all I did, and that's why I do what I do. I built my yoga business off of just communication skills learned from AZD. And I made all that money and paid AZD for more training. And then I got better. And then I got more training. Then I got better. Made more money, got better. Until one day he's like, why don't you run IMC? And so I started doing business for him. Grew IMC Nation. Bunch of guys moved in with each other. Bunch of bases, houses. We were all living together. Moved to Vegas. Been here a year and a half. Gone out 450 times with AZD. Living a life of beauty, prestige, a world that's not accessible to your world at all. For 100,000, you couldn't access our experience unless you joined the team and go out with us. Then you'd experience it for a lot less than 100,000. That's in Vegas. Whatever you're doing in UK or Dubai or wherever the hell, you're just never going to get it. And AZD is launching. With this women's fitness center coming out, you're just not going to be able to reach him unless for an exorbitant amount of money. So you guys got to get on it. The newsletter, imcbase1.com. The trainings, imcbase1.com. Residency, imcbase1.com. It's in the bio. And residency, guys, goes up in 4 days. The price goes up. Aaron, social media has made relationships. You don't know. You don't know, bro. That's cute that you answered, but let's go. What does he say? Social media has made relationships more difficult than ever, to be honest, made cheating easy for both male and females, and women's cheating, other women's cheating, toxic, cheating. Yeah, all that, blah, blah, blah. Men don't need women. If those girls' dads raised them better, they wouldn't be like that. If those girls' men, their husbands, their boyfriends, their relationships led them better, they wouldn't be like that. But if they were with men in relationships, then you wouldn't even see them. Would you know how to go out and interact with a woman in person to make her fall in love with you? Your inability to lead women is the reason why women are the way they are, is because the men before you also didn't know how to lead women. So you could go into the social media excuse and put it outside of you, or just take ownership that you also don't know how to lead women, and no amount of social media reform is going to change that. If a woman has a good father figure, she's worth it. No woman is worth it. You're still worshiping women. No woman is worth it until she's a reflection of you. And there's plenty of women with good dads who won't reflect you, and there's plenty of women with bad dads who will reflect you. And if she reflects you, then she's worth something. And pretty soon you'll see that you're not worth reflecting. And you have to deal with a toxic woman because she's reflecting your weaknesses. And that's where character change has to come in. That's where the trainings come in. In-person guys will blow your mind. The digital trainings will blow your mind. The in-person will blow your character. You'll blow so many energy walls to what you're limiting yourself to be like. You don't know you because you're confined to patterns. Nah, don't say that no woman is worth it. Our mother comes, yeah, she was a sinner. Dad didn't lead her right. She's feminist. She tries to control you and run your life. Whatever, dude. And you're not trying to mate with your mom, so she's also not worth it. Go and have a real talk with your dad. Real talk. Have some whiskey. Mom's nowhere around. Go on a hunting trip and talk real talk. Dad, did you suppress your life for mom? If you had wanted to been with other women, would she have allowed it? Did you suppress yourself to stay with mom? I watched a few of these videos, and a lot of this stuff comes down to energy. What's the energy impact? The energy is emanated from your mindset. Change your mindset, like be all sad and depressed about a breakup and then hear that you won $1 million. You don't even have the million. You just heard the idea that you won $1 million. Watch how much energy you have. It's just the thoughts you have. Your energy comes from your thoughts. Your relationships comes from your thoughts. Because your relationships comes from your communication, your attitude, how you carry yourself. All that is the manifestation of how you think about yourself. That's where AZD trains you. I am just a messenger telling you that, guys, you're not going to learn hardly jack shit anything from me. I'm just awakening the fact in you that you need to learn from that guy. That's why I built these accounts. I am Captain Yogi Chris, Captain of IMC Nation. I grab AZD lectures, I chop up clips, I post them, and grow accounts and meet guys like you and tell you, train with this guy. And it's up to you. You can call me a gypsy grifter. You can go train with all those other dating coach faggots, and every single one of them are. And don't take my word for it. Go for it. Waste your life. Someone else will train with AZD. I've been at it for years. $3.5 million. That's how much guys have paid through me to train with AZD in the last 6 years. You're not the first, you won't be the last, but you need it just as much as they all do. And I'm open to be challenged on that. It's just nobody is going live. The guys are commenting, and I appreciate even the guy that I'm kind of going heavy on you. I appreciate it a lot. This is just how I am. I'm not well liked. I just bring in the money. And he dropped off, so he can fuck off actually. Okay, so that's it, everybody. I think that go to imcbase1.com. Are you going to do it? Aaron, are you going to do it? Are you on the newsletter? You got to get AZD content, man. I'm literally nothing in the game compared to him. I have a great relationship. She's hot. You would want to fuck her. And the way she treats me, you would want that from even an ugly chick. And I talk to other women, and that's where I'm at right now. I had 3 relationships, down to 2, down to 1, whatever. I had 5 at some point, whatever. The past moving forward is better because my standards are higher. Girls are hotter. Okay? All right, everybody. Os. Salute.